Hello and welcome to yet another YouTube video. If you're new to this channel, my name is Daniel. I review note-taking apps. I talk about productivity and mental health, which are the only things that seem to matter to me. Anyways, in today's video, we are going to do a little bit of a different thing. Recently, I've gotten really into stationery stuff, notebooks, pens, notebook covers, you name it, I have bought it. So for the last 6 months I've been on a roll and I've bought everything I can come over, and today I am going to show you my collection right now, which I've accumulated for the last 6 months. And we will just start off with this new one, which has become my favorite. This is the Traveler's Notebook from Traveler's Company, a great leather notebook. I love leather because they tend to change over time and they get extra personal because they change while you use it, and because of your usage you can see the different marks on this, which is amazing. I love that. This is a great everyday carry. I carry it around in this bag, which comes when you buy this. You can put different notebooks inside of here. I have a blank notebook, which I use to draw mind maps, and every time I have an idea where I need to visualize things, I use the blank notebook. And I also have a dot grid one for my personal thoughts and ideas. So NaNoWriMo is coming up, which is a writing contest, and I really want to write my first novel. I've tried so many times, never been able to do it, but this time I am going to do it, and I write down every single one of my ideas or thoughts I have about the book I'm going to write inside of here. So that's what I use this for. I'm also buying sketch paper because I need to sketch a lot. I have co-founded a clothing brand and I design all of the clothes and the things we sell. So every time I have an idea, I need to be able to sketch it as soon as possible, because otherwise I will end up forgetting my idea. So that's mainly what I use this for. You can have several notebooks inside of here. I am going to have 3 inside of here: the blank one, the dot grid one, as well as the sketch paper. Then we can go on to my Moleskine Classic XL. So this is a 400-page A5 notebook. I haven't actually used this yet because I am still in my bullet journal notebook, which I will show you later. But this is also a great notebook. I have tested out the Moleskine Classic, so if you're just looking for a notebook, this is probably a perfect one. It isn't too expensive either, at least not if you buy the regular version. The extended version, or the XL, might cost a little bit more, or it costs a little bit more. One thing I forgot to mention about the Traveler's Notebook is that it uses Midori paper. It is a Japanese company and I can't pronounce its name, but the paper is great for fountain pens if you're into fountain pens. And they also sell paper which you can use water paint on, or acryl paint. I think it's pronounced acryl in English. Anyways, let's get on to the next notebook. This is the Rhodia B5. I use this mainly for work notes. So I have one for work notes and one for personal notes. This is a B5 size, so it's a little bit bigger than an A5. As you can see, it is just a little bit bigger. And this is, again, great notebook. I love the feel of the cover. I love the paper and how the paper works when I write on it. I love the orange details on the black. And I also have the Rhodia Gold book, which I haven't used yet. Another one of those bullet journaling notebooks, also a dot grid. All of my notebooks are actually dot grids. So this has 240 pages with index, calendars, and it also has a pen loop and 2 ribbon bookmarks. It is made of 90 GSM ivory vellum paper. Again, great notebook. I am really excited to test the second one out. Then we have my trusted bullet journal. This is a bullet journal edition 2. I haven't actually finished the first one. I bought 2 of these. I haven't finished the first one. It is around 10 to 20 pages left. This is the notebook I use for my daily tasks, my to-dos, my future tasks. I have a calendar inside of there. I have a future log where I put things without a due date. So I have my whole life inside of one of these. And I also do some book notes inside of it. And every time I am finished with a book, I tend to write a full page about the key concepts of the book to try and explain myself the key concepts. And that is to make sure I've understood them. And the second thing is that I can easily go back into one of my notebooks and remember the key concepts without actually reading the whole book again. So that's what I use my bullet journal for. Then we have this one, which is another thing I recently bought. This is the Midori goat skin or goat leather notebook cover, which I recently bought. This is actually quite expensive. I bought it in a A4 size. I have no idea why I bought it in a A4 size. I have a Moleskine A4 notebook inside of here, but I have no clue what I'm going to use it for. It doesn't fit in my backpack, so I can't bring it along with me. So not the best buy I have ever made, but it is a beautiful looking notebook cover. I am probably going to buy this in the A5 as well, just because I like how beautiful it looks. And as I said, I love leather because it tends to change the more you use it, and it gives it sort of a personalized feeling, which is something I like a lot, and that's why I bought one of these, even though they are quite expensive. The A4 one, the one I bought, costs around, I think I bought it for around 140, 150 US dollars, if I'm not mistaken. I am not sure how much it costs, but I know that it is at least a little above $100. Then we have the bullet journal I'm actually using now, and this I have been using for 3 or 4 months. We are getting to 4 months, I believe. And then we have some other small pencils. I have the Faber-Castell color pencils. This is for my sketching. As I said, I do some fashion sketching, and just having a cheap set of coloring pencils I can bring with me in my backpack makes my life a lot easier. I also have a set of cheap drawing pens, again because I am bringing them with me everywhere, and I don't want to care too much about them getting destroyed or just smashing around in my backpack, so that's why I bought a cheap set. Then we have my pens, and I've recently gotten into fountain pens. I have terrible handwriting, and I haven't written by hand for such a long time because I've had terrible handwriting, but I've gotten really into fountain pens, and I have quite a cheap collection. I'm planning to buy a more expensive fountain pen once I've reached one of my goals as a gift to myself, but they are in this leather case. Again, you can see the theme here. I have the Moleskine and Kaweco fountain pen, so I have 2 of these actually. These are also quite cheap. I think it's around 23, 24 US dollars. So these are fountain pens, and I have them both in red and in black. I use the black one for my bullet journal when I do my full journaling. So I like to write at least one page every single day, and that's what I use the Kaweco Moleskine black pen for. Then I have a ballpoint pen. This is the Fisher Space Pen. It is quite a small pen. This one is with unfinished brass, so you get the same thing that you would get in my notebook covers. They change over time. Unfinished brass changes when you use it, and you can see where I have put my hand a lot on this, and I just love this pen. This was actually together with the bullet journal book, notebook. I bought those two together, and that's what got me really into note-taking and stationery stuff. So that pen has a special place in my heart. This is from a Swiss brand. This is a special edition. $50, I think I bought it for. And I just love this. Another ballpoint pen. I love this. I don't use it too much. I've used it a couple of times for writing journal entries, but I do not use it too much. The last one I'm going to show you is my go-to fountain pen. This is the Lamy Safari. I have the white one, a beautiful looking pen, quite cheap as well. You can bring this with you everywhere. It doesn't break easily. It is a great entry-level fountain pen, or so I've heard, so I bought one. And I love the way it writes. I love the feel when it touches the paper, especially the Midori paper in my traveler's notebook. I write everything inside of my traveler's notebook with this pen, and everything is inside of this case, which I bring with me almost everywhere. And if not, I will bring with me the Lamy Safari pen. And that's my whole stationery collection. I have a few markers as well, which I'm not going to show you in this video, but I have gotten really into it, so there will be more videos coming soon, because productivity can be done with a pen and paper as well, and I've really been enjoying the process. Especially bullet journaling, and the bullet journal book is something I recommend for a lot of people, because I will keep this short because the idea and the concepts are quite good. I write down my daily tasks every single day. So I write down, record YouTube video every single day. And if I can't take the time to write it out, it is probably not something I want to do. If you can't force yourself to write something several times, it probably isn't the right thing to do. That's just something I have learned from the book. Anyways, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions, I'm kind of new to this, so I am learning as I go. If you have any questions, please do leave them down below, and I hope to see you again quite soon.